Welcome everybody, welcome back to the tomb of EL-lumination, where everything's the physics of flat earth. Religion, myths and legends, ancient monuments, hieroglyphs, reliefs, everything that connects back to the flat earth system. All the physics, stars, celestial bodies, religion, it's all here on this one site. Go to my Patreon, Tomb of EL-lumination, find all the secrets, go into saints. Now, I found the video I was looking for the other day. Someone posted it regarding the Ankh. This thing here, what does it mean? It frustrates me knowing that people today, after 7 years, me informing the world what it actually means, after 7 years, still saying, oh, we don't know what it means. Blah blah blah, and then they go off into their interpretations. Well, I'm about to explain it all, but okay, but just bear with me. I've just done a post on Facebook, and anyway, it involved Little Miss Muffet, so bear with me as I sing you a song. It goes like this. Mrs. Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider, sat down beside her, and scared Miss Muffet away. That's how the story goes. Well, in celestial navigation, they know the northern hemisphere sky moves in a motion like this. That's why they called it the spider web. So that moves all the way out to Cancer, okay? Cancer. Capricorn, the tropical boundary line of Cancer. Then out from there, you have the tropical gap. And we have Capricorn. Well, Mrs. Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet, eating her curds and whey. At about there. Along came a spider, sat down beside her, and scared the magnetic field away. There's no curving declination, no curving magnetic field in the tropics, okay? Nothing. Then you move out to the southern hemisphere. You might be able to see that very clearly on the video. Southern hemisphere, all the way around here. Okay? Then you get back into your curving magnetic field lines. Okay? The spider web. It all comes out of the black hole center of creation. We have the ether, you could say. It's also dark energy, dark matter. All gets recycled back through the toroidal field, but it's all coming out in these plowshare waves mentioned in the Bible. And out in the south here we get the pruning hook. All these fields come out of the mirrored image. From there, mirrored to there. There is mirrored to there. There is mirrored to there. And right in there, dead just off centre actually, is the pomegranate, which is just off centre is the real sun, the unseen plasma sun here. Okay? To understand that, you need to follow a lot of my videos. Start understanding reality for what it is. Not a spinning ball earth. So there's the spider web, and the spider in the story sat down beside it and washed the magnetic field away. Now let's get on to the main video I'm here to talk about. I just thought I'd throw that in because I just did a post online. Where's my, here it is. So there's your flat earth system. We don't need that anymore. Now what the ancient Egyptians have left us is all the information regarding life. And everybody, 99.999% of the world, are totally ignorant of the meaning to life. Life begins when you understand this, well, I'm about to tell you what it is, but that's not going to save you. It's what this represents. And sometimes you see it on this image here. It's directed at the person's mouth, representing the breath of life. I'll just put that in an earlier video if you want to look at that one. But let's just see what this person's written here. The Ankh, a fascinating symbol stretching back to around 4000 BC during Egyptians' pre-dynastic era, embodies the profound concepts of life and immortality. Well, this is about rebirth, and your life begins at your rebirth. Okay, but they call that life, this rebirth, your firstborn. It's connected to that. And being reborn, you become immortal. Your physical body will die like everybody else's, but your soul has been raised, so you now become immortal. You live forever. You've reached you've got the free pass go. You've left the matrix of reincarnation, everything reoccurring through this place we call Earth, governed by satanic creeps at the moment. So let me carry on here. Immortality, often referred to as the key of life. It's the key to the door out of here, okay? Now, my saint, you find out where the door is. You'll learn where the door is. Key of life. Or the key of the Nile. And what is the Nile? Well, I've rubbed out that picture. Well, that tropical gap. The Nile is representing the tropical gap of Earth. It's where the two fields meet. And the sun and the lemmas, where Jesus, the story goes, washes the feet of his disciples. Well, their feet, the bottom of the sun and lemmas on each side, are touching the Nile. That represents the toes, the feet, being washed at the river there. This iconic emblem appears frequently in ancient Egyptian art, held tightly by gods and pharaohs alike. So when you've gone through your rebirth, you become God-like. Okay, this is why they're all holding it. It represents their divine power to not only give life, but also to uphold the balance of the universe. Now, it comes about from the balance of the universe. I've talked all about that, what that is. The Physica Piscis at that time, with its distinct design, featuring a loop atop a cross. Well, that's the top of the sun's analemma, isn't it? And it's all about where the sun crosses in the sun's analemma. Many believe it captures a multitude of meanings, such as the sun rising on the horizon, or the harmonious blend of male and female energies. Well, it's about the sun, that is Christ, the light of man being raised within him, and it's a harmonious blend of male and female. That is when man gains his hidden inner female entity that was split off at birth in his physical world. It's a reunification, but it's all spiritual consciousness. The Ankh was prominently used in various contexts, from tomb inscriptions to temple carvings, and cherished as amulets. Yet its precise origins and deeper meanings remain an intriguing mystery for historians and archaeologists. Well, it shouldn't do now, because I've explained it all. I know exactly what it is. Only a moron would argue with me, okay? One of the most captivating depictions involves gods handing the Ankh to pharaohs, an act symbolizing the gift of everlasting life. Well, he's gained the prize. He's won the prize. It's a ceremony. Wow, it's like winning the Olympics. And this goes back to the Olympics, right back to where it originated from. However, its presence in funerary settings highlights the deep-seated belief in existence beyond death. And it is beyond death because you become immortal, but it's nothing to do with your physical death. This rebirth, something has to die to be reborn, right? Well, your old way of life has to perish in the physical world, spiritually, psychologically, for you to be reborn. So obviously something has to die, but it's not you physically. Is there more to uncover about the Ankh that could offer us greater insight into the spiritual and cultural landscape of ancient Egypt? Yes, and I've described it all. You only get it here on this channel. The journey into this timeless symbol may very well unravel more secrets of a civilization steeped in rich tradition and beliefs. Well, I've been through all that. And in this image here, you see Sekhmet, the lioness, on the right. Check out my earlier video. S represents female, the female essence. Lion representing the Leo, lion where the sun is the male. S is where the moon will be. It's all to do with the zodiac. It's an alignment. And then you have the Ankh, holding the Ankh, possibly representing the 5 holy days, 5 fingers, and then he's got the fingers up like that, all up and even, represent the even balance of the Earth's magnetic field at the time of this divine event. You see that? So I know exactly what it represents. So it's a bit frustrating after 7 years and finding people are still so ignorant as to not know. So, like I keep telling everybody, you need to share the information if we want the world to wake up and understand things. Otherwise, it's just going to stay brain dead. Life is all about waking up. Waking up the other part of the dormant brain. And to do that, you have to understand the flat earth system, the entire flat earth system. Okay? Which breaks down to 2 hemispheres. Breaks down to 2 hemispheres, doesn't it? That's the tropical gap. Arctic, Antarctic. Arctic, Antarctic. So this is the same as that. Look, it's equal. Or you can look at it as a horizon. Man stands here. "90 degrees to his zenith." Well, if that's the horizon and that's the horizon, well, isn't this going to be an equidistant measure from this man, from this location, which allows him to do celestial navigation, etc. Everything comes back to the observer. He sees everything on here. Okay? It's no more than 3,000 miles. It's way less. It's all to do with your eyeballs. I know 3 miles. It's all within 3 miles. This is written in a flippin' heck. I had that just yesterday. What happened to it? I had it in a post. It's actually written about esoterically though. It mentioned the 3 miles. And I'm thinking, oh well, funny. There's your horizon is 3 miles. Three miles. And it was talking about the sun or something, celestial body, 3 miles. Well, it's 3 miles. It's all equidistant from this observer. 3 miles. But, you know, a bit confusing for the common man because he doesn't understand the significance of light in this electromagnetic field. So it's you can't put a fixed distance on it because you can stand up on a hill and go see a lot further than 3 miles, can't you? Well, it all depends. I mean, if there's more pictures in the whole in the image, then things get pushed out. But if you're just focused on the moon alone, on the ocean horizon, say, there's nothing else but the ocean, the moon's right there within 3 miles. So you've got to understand that sort of thing. But anyway, but check out my Patreon if you're interested in this sort of stuff. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to put a likes up and share the information. Cheers.